Yeah, check it. What do we got?
All right, Jamie Roberts on YouTube asks, how soon can I file to adjust my status after getting married? And my sponsor has only his 2-year conditional permanent residence. Is this a problem?
Yes, so you have to be in legal status or an arriving alien to be able to adjust your status as to marriage to a lawful resident. Otherwise, you have to wait until your spouse becomes a citizen if you're an overstay.
Chino Gao on Facebook. Hey, Uncle Brad, my immigrant visa fee payment has been received. It's been 6 months now, and I haven't received my green card as of yet. What should I do?
Hang out and wait. Nobody's receiving their green card. Oh, the immigrant visa fee, or they haven't been scheduled an interview?
She said my immigrant visa fee payment has been received. They said that they received it. Yeah, and he just hasn't gotten his green card as of yet.
Oh, so he already entered the United States with his immigrant visa. He paid for it. Call the 1-800 number and see what happened. It's very possible they mailed out the green card and it got returned to USCIS.
Okay, Yemisi Davis on YouTube asks, any pointers for someone with a pending asylum case who now wants to file an adjustment via marriage to a U.S. citizen?
Yes. File an adjustment, withdraw your asylum, live together with your spouse, have a financial relationship to prove a bona fide marriage.
Nathan Conrad on YouTube. When should we contact USCIS about immaterial errors in a I-130, I-485 form? Should we wait until after we get the EAD approval until the interview?
Wait for the interview. Or unless they give you what's called an RFE and they see these errors and then they ask for an explanation. But you just don't randomly file or write or call.
Okay, Maricela on YouTube asks, I'm petitioning for my husband. His case was accepted and we're going to submit the I-485. If the I-944 is not on the USCIS website, should we wait or send the I-485 without the I-944?
Well, send it without it if you can't get it. I'm sure they'll RFE you.
Okie doke. AP2DKH on YouTube. What is the fate of children under CSPA whose cases have been completed and documentarily qualified after proclamation?
That was a lot of letters. The person's name is Okie Doke. ABCD what?
Exactly. EFGHIJK on YouTube.
And then he also wants to know about the CSPA.
Yeah.
All
abbreviations. He speaks in code.
Does he want to know about R2D2 and C3PO?
May as well.
He might as well. All right. So he wants to know about the Child Status Protection Act. Children who are under the Child Status Protection Act are protected, but if they're going to age out, that's one of the exceptions for processing for green cards under Trump's proclamation. I believe that's his question. There's a lot of letters in there.
All right, Al-Hagi Job on YouTube asks, after hiring you, how long does it take to file a mandamus suit?
Within weeks, hopefully.
Erica Brown on YouTube. Do you believe the K-1 visa is on a silent ban for the remainder of 2020? My approved application is stuck at NBC waiting for Jamaica. Do you think it's best to get married and apply for a sponsoral visa?
No, do the K-1 because the immigrant, if it's already approved, I don't think they're on a ban K-1s. I think the NVC is slow in everything at this point. So I would continue processing the K-1 and see what happens.
Okay, Lorna Kerr on Facebook asks, my friend appealed his case because they said he only presented RFE. They sent him a letter in July 2020 saying to wait 30 to 45 days for an answer. Now the time has passed and still no answer. His lawyer seems to have no clue. What should he do?
There's no appeal. I assume it's well, there could be an appeal if it's an I-130, but if it's an adjustment, it's a motion to reopen. I'm not in favor of appeals or motions to reopen unless you're trying to save a priority date or trying to keep a child from aging out. Otherwise, I would withdraw that appeal, a motion to reopen, and refile again. It'll be faster.
So, Awald Gene T on YouTube, I just got a denial notice recently, and the reason being is that I didn't provide the initial evidence. What should I do now?
Refile and provide the initial evidence.
Okay, Elon Cardi asked, I'm a U.S. citizen and my wife is in the process of getting our CR1 visa. Can she enter the U.S. as a tourist with ESTA while she's waiting for the interview? We are traveling together.
She can, but she's always running a risk that they believe she's coming to live here and they can turn her around and then she could have a problem.
Brian Bertoli on YouTube, after VAWA is approved and transferred to NVC, how long will it take to get an interview at my Queens, New York jurisdiction?
Well, if it's sent to the National Visa Center, then that means they're scheduling you to go home to pick up a green card. So you're doing this all wrong. If you're talking about the NBC, the National Benefits Center, and the I-360 is already approved, figure about 9 months from that time to get an interview, assuming that you concurrently filed with an adjustment.
Mary Duncan on Facebook says, hey, Uncle Brad, can my U.S. citizen spouse petition for my 12-year-old daughter while our I-130 and 485 is still pending?
Yes.
We had our Stoke
Yes.
on January 30th.
Yes. Yes.
Ariana T on YouTube, what is the totality of circumstances in determining iOS application?
You know, we were talking about
AOS application.
What's his name? Baral, who called from Boston, who is the PhD, and the wife is in medical school and just started working, but it's going to be a doctor next year. And I talked about that a little bit, and he said, well, and I said, don't you know anybody out of 330 million people to give you a second affidavit of support? The totality of circumstances is they look at everything and they make a determination whether or not you're going to be a public charge. So they look at your income, they look at your job, they look at the potential to continue your job. So when you're in that gray area, the best way around it is get a second affidavit of support. Totality of circumstances is they look at all the facts. That's what it means.
Okay, Anne-Marie Anderson on YouTube says, my 10-year-old has a green card interview in September in Jamaica. Is her case considered an emergency immigrant case?
A 10-year-old?
Yes.
Is the petitioner a U.S. citizen? If the petitioner is a U.S. citizen, there is no emergency because she's eligible to come to America. If the petitioner is a resident, there is no emergency because she's not going to age out till she's 21. So the answer is not considered an emergency. But if if the petitioner is a citizen, she should get her visa appointment anyway.
This one also comes from Anne-Marie Anderson on YouTube. My case is currently at NVC, but I'm in America on a visitor's visa. If I have a daughter who is a U.S. citizen, what can I do if I want to stay in America?
File an adjustment 90 days after your arrival.
Okay, Jay Pereira on YouTube asks, after my USCIS fee increase, what would be the concurrent filing fees for 485, 130, 765, and
I don't remember the new filing fees. I haven't memorized them yet, but you can look at them online.
Just tell them where can they find that at?
Go to USCIS.gov. The new filing fees don't go into effect till October 3rd.
Okay.
Pandora Bear on YouTube. I am submitting my N400. Is my stepfather my legal father if he didn't legally adopt me, or is my biological father my only legal father?
Your biological father is the legal father.
Yeah.
Okay, Orville Samuels on Facebook says, hey, Brad, can I adopt my 19-year-old sibling and bring them to the U.S.?
No, you cannot.
Damian Dawkins on YouTube. How do you seek asylum when you're in Jamaica as a gay person, especially when you're terrified by people here trying to kill you?
You have to get to an airport in America.
Okay, Lola Unstoppable on YouTube asks, can an undocumented person get a driver's license in New York?
Yes.
Mr. Skyline on YouTube. If Biden wins, will Trump's public charge rule go away immediately, or how long do we have to wait before they bring back the 1999 rule and get rid of Trump's public charge?
I'm sure it will come back pretty fast. I don't know the exact number of days. Will it be under 30 days, Magic 8 Ball? My sources say yes. Magic 8 Ball sources are, they have sources, this Magic 8 Ball in the Biden campaign says yes.
Okay, Arnett Slobo on YouTube asks, my sister had an interview more than a year ago and we haven't heard anything yet from USCIS. It was a marriage-based interview. Can she file under the new law that was given to librarians because she is qualified?
Yes, but she only has 2 months left, so she better do it quickly. But she would have to withdraw her marriage adjustment and do it under the librarian.
Okay, this one comes from Miss A and K on YouTube. I'm filing my VAWA case. My therapist diagnosed me as having an adjustment disorder. Should I file this document with my case?
You're filing an adjustment case with an adjustment disorder?
I'm filing my, my VAWA case. My therapist diagnosed me as having an adjustment disorder. Should I file this?
I don't know what the psychological diagnosis adjustment disorder means. If it has a relationship to your abuse, of course. If it has nothing to do with your abuse, then no. The only adjustment disorder, I was going to make a joke about adjustment disorder, but psychological, let's not go there. Let's not go there. All right, last one, Daniel.
Yeah. Adriana T on YouTube says, if your VAWA case got approved but you were denied your previous green card application, does that affect your case?
It depends why the previous green card application was denied. If it was denied because you have drug offenses, yeah, it will affect your case. If it was denied because you committed marriage fraud, yeah. If it was denied because you just didn't show up to an interview, no. So, it depends what the reason is. Thanks for watching. For more Brad Show Live, like and subscribe to our YouTube channel.